What's up, guys? Welcome back. Back out with my UL19. This is full throttle here because that's kind of the goal with this boat. And so last video out, we had a 3-blade ABC prop on it, and I was shocked at how well that prop ran. We had no hop, no nothing. It ran perfect, flawless, 71 miles an hour at 260 peak amps, making really like no temperature at all. I'm actually going to try it, I think, without hatch tape today. I'm just kidding. Actually, I was going to do that, but then I'm thinking, you know what? Miss full throttle. You know, the whole point is to not be afraid to flip it, and we got to push this thing. So with that being said, and having said that, I have it propped down today. So I currently have it propped. Excuse my voice, you guys. I'm kind of getting over a little, not a cold, but I had like a sore throat and kind of a scratchy, kind of losing my voice a little bit. But so we're propped today for about 65 miles an hour. This is a setup that I could run all day long at these speeds, and my goal with this boat is just to see if I can hold full throttle, right? So I had the boat doing probably 60, and I was able to just clamp down on the throttle, right? Maybe low 60s. And so what I'm really trying to see is how fast I can get the speed while still holding full throttle and not flipping and running good laps. And so that's the goal. We're propped on the Dr. Props 2-blade for what should be right at 65 miles an hour. No turtles currently in sight. Very, very slight wind. Really like perfect conditions. Beautiful day out here. Hope the boat gang's doing good. I had some backlogged videos, luckily, but I was out for like a few days. So there was a little gap. But this is the 65 mile an hour setup. It's all P limited. And yeah, really fun boat. Probably my second favorite boat to run right now. The Decepticon, which I just ran, has me very intrigued, but this one's right there. This one's a close second. And so 65 miles an hour. Let's see who chickens out first, me or the boat. We'll see who chickens out first. Full throttle. God damn, that's fast. Mad Lizard, do have a Mad Lizard turn fin. Great cooling out of both lines. Mad Lizard turn fin. 65 mile an hour, full trigger. Oh God, full trigger. Oh no, it's a little scary. All right, woo, gotta shake off the nerves, you guys. All right, full trigger. Ooh, okay. Went a little wide there. I think I might need to put a slightly longer rudder on it, just because I noticed now that it's so fast, it could use a little more steering. Also, I think that this Mad Lizard fin probably has a little less bite. You know, it's a lot less aggressive, which makes it faster. It's a faster fin in the straights, but I'm really out kind of testing the fin today because I'm trying to see if this fin will hook. And a turtle right out there. Okay, trying to see if this fin will hook because this fin is fast, is plenty fast, but I need to see if it can hook. And so you see how that it's kind of taking the turns a little wide. That's probably because I'm not getting the same bite at the front end. I'm probably not getting the same bite from the fin that I was with the Mojo, which means I might need a, what am I trying to say here, guys? Not enough bite, which means I might need a longer rudder, different rudder, which I was thinking about doing anyways. But that might be the drawback to this fin, right? This fin might be faster in a straight line, but not have the corner bite. So let's just take it easy, right? So here's probably 80% throttle. Full trigger, 80%. Little hop there, a little interesting. There's probably 90%. It's doing okay. It's kind of sticking. It's mostly sticking. Full trigger. Little full trigger. Full trigger. Ooh, okay, so she's like kind of biting. She's like biting and kind of sliding a little bit. I don't know if we're losing a little slip at the back end. I'm gonna have to go wide angle and just get closer, but I don't know if we're slipping at the back end or if it's the front end, because what I'm thinking is that there's a very clear trade-off here where the straighter Mad Lizard turn fin, it did pick up about 3 to 4 miles an hour in the straights, but I'm thinking in a full turn, balls out, we're obviously going to be giving up a little bit of grip, right? We have to be with less angles. So we do have some waves, right? Because I've stopped and started several times now. Full trigger. Full trigger. Full trigger. That's a little scary. Oh, man. Full trigger. Slightly off the trigger. Full trigger. All right. Full trigger. Oh, a little wide there. Ooh, okay. So you saw how I kind of had to let off because we were getting too close. And so we were getting some on power understeer. On power understeer there. So I do want to put a different rudder on this thing, but I also think we're probably seeing some difference just in the turn fin as well. Keep in mind we're pushing pretty good speeds here for hard ovals. Whew. Okay. Video's getting kind of long. Let's try one more little loop around and see here. Full trigger. Let off a little bit. Full trigger. All right. I think time to switch packs and see what we can do on the next one. It's fun. I just got to get used to that extra 5 miles an hour, probably an extra 3 to 5, and then also the fin, and go from there. I'm gonna swap the packs out. All right. We got 115 on the motor temps for that last one, and I'm still holding out hope for this turn fin. I think we can do it. I think we can get a little more out of it. I will probably switch the rudder at some point, but the kind of understeering is a little bit of the concern right now. No turtles, beautiful. I'm gonna try and stay as close to full trigger as I can and at least stay we're going for 80 to 100%. So let's go. UL19 P limited 65 miles an hour. Trying to throw down some laps. Full trigger. Jesus. Full trigger. Full trigger, boys. Hard turn, full trigger. Okay. A little bit of oversteer actually there. Full trigger, 90%, full trigger. Oh, God. Terrifying. Full trigger. Full trigger. Little bit of wiggle. Oh, God. I don't even have my recovery boat out here. Full trigger. almost oversteered a couple times. Went from kind of like an understeer to an oversteer. There you go, full trigger, full trigger, full trigger. Oh, shit. Full trigger, full trigger, full trigger. Let's go, baby. Come on, full trigger. Hell yeah. A little bit of wiggle. There we go, there we go, there we go. Full trigger, full trigger. Full trigger, still full trigger. Come on. Let's go, baby. Full trigger. Full trigger, come on. Oh, full trigger. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm feathering it 90% to full trigger here. Full trigger. Holy okay, I'm good. Woo! Okay, I think I'm good on that, boys. I think I'm good on that. A little bit of wind. And little bit of wind. Water's getting a little churned up from my own wakes. And wow, this thing is a blast, you guys. For a little 30-inch boat, it's just it's a ripper. And you know what, I gotta drive it a little bit different with this Mad Lizard fin. I was kind of getting a little understeer and then a couple times a little oversteer, like coming out of the turn, the back end would start to move a little bit. But I think all in all, I don't think we're gonna have a problem with this fin, you guys. I think it's just, I think we're just getting wild, right? We're pushing a 30-inch hydro pretty hard, and I would like a little more steering control. And a couple times there, it looked like the back end wasn't doing quite what I wanted to. So I think I might throw on that longer rudder, just cause why not? But yeah, I think that would help. And I'm sure a lot of you guys watch Ironclad RC. So he's building a Vortex 34-inch hydro Delta Force. And one thing that I thought was kind of interesting about that is that when he measured the width compared to the UL19, the width was actually the exact same as the UL. The only difference was in the tub, right? It's got a longer tub by about, I'm guessing, 3 inches or so. So you can see on the back of mine, I've got the Extendo strut, which extends it probably, I don't know, 1.5 inches past where a stock boat would be. And as you could imagine, because on a hydro, right, the only thing in the back that's touching the water is the prop, you can do that, and effectively you're getting a longer running surface for the boat. So it's a 30-inch hydro, but I'm really working with like 32 inches, right, or whatever. So thought that was kind of cool. I was surprised that they were the same width, but here's the boat, you guys. Here's the bottom. Nice blueprint, paint job, everything. And we got work to do, but it's a hell of a good time. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.